This is the real me. You know, I've been playing this tough guy on the internet for so long. It feels good to finally drop it all. No more what it is. No more 2018 getting upset about who is or isn't Spider-Man. This is my persona. I am a black hamster. Before you even ask, the answer is yes. We have a ton of hamster t-shirts, posters, and other shit for you guys we're going to add to the campaign. I've got a VTuber design being worked on at Brazen Animate. I mean, Rippa Studios right now, too. I can't tell you guys how grateful I am for your support. I can finally transition out of this ugly mask I've been wearing and be who I really am. One last thing. To all my haters, I want to say thank you. You know, if you guys hadn't come at me so hard, my egg never would have cracked. I never would have been able to come out, to be who I want to be. It was painful, but thank you. Don't ever let me off the hook, okay? I wake up each morning and tell people to be great, and I want the haters to know I wasn't talking to you before, but I am now, okay? Go be great. Please excuse me, because Az is expecting me to crawl up his ass for a little while, and I'm already late. Okay, so it turns out the country of Guatemala isn't too happy with our rebrand. So we're rebranding again. Isn't this exciting? All right, I'm Hamsteric July, and I am so happy to welcome you to the Rippaverse. The Rippaverse is an exciting opportunity for us in the furry community to stand up against the mainstream and show them what we're made of. As I have just recently revealed my furry status and have shown you all my persona, I feel I am in the best position to take up the charge in this fight. We're going to be focused on continuity, highlighting our fur friends inside and outside the industry, and of course, the relaunch of the brand that started it all. Though we can no longer use the trademark Isom for the character, we think you're all going to be really pleased with these redesigns. For the first time ever, please check out the first reveal of our superhero protagonist, Isom. Isom isn't just a comic book this time around. We're working hard at Rippaverse Studios to create a visual novel / dating simulator that ties into Isom issue 1 that I know you're going to love. So follow our socials. Keep an eye on the dog or the sheep who run them for more info. Once again, thank you and welcome to the Rippaverse.
Wow. Wowie. What a great day in the Rippaverse. Who would have thought this would come true? That video is from Hater Headquarters, also known as External Hater. I'm Black Angus. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be going a little over an hour leading into Katie Did's channel stream that I'll be a part of. I appreciate it. Let's get an update on my poster campaign. Meth Gator posters. If you don't know, if you're new here, this is a comic I want to make. I've had this promo art done. Of course, I've had the logo done. Comics, even though it's pretty inexpensive, they do cost something to make still. And if you're an everyday working Joe, paying your bills in the Biden economy, it's a bit of a stretch to try to afford this. So I appreciate your support. Just your watch time can help. But if you want to support me and the channel, this is the best way. Even if you don't want a poster, throw some money at it. It's only 3% taken away versus 30 through YouTube. So consider hitting that contribute button if you don't mind. Got my favorite poster by Isonetta Souza, colors by Oliver Aker of the Cryptidnals. Ironically, if you don't know, Renown Zero was crying about me, my little Anna saga, which I'll update you on. But he's really harping on, I got a Brazilian artist for this. And he doesn't realize why us detractors who have assembled laugh at Eric getting Brazilian artists. Because it seems, you know, if it's not clear, it seems like EVS pointed out how good the penciling is on this piece. And of course, Joe, or not Joe, fuck it, don't want to ruin Joe Bennett's name. Wow, what is that guy's name? The 3D asset guy of Isom 1 and 2. Cliff Richards, you know, that's the joke. It's like Brazil is like the dollar goes 5 times further down there. When you're making this much money, it seems like kind of skeevy, like you're trying to be cheap, a cheapo, you know. So that's what's hilarious about like Renown. Just he's so much a shill for Rippa. You can't understand why we laugh at this. Like, at least you're gonna get Brazilian artists, get ones that actually draw. I don't know. I like this piece here. We got Vic King with colors by Sketchy Raven. This is the first piece I had done. It's Meth Gator at the CG Mart with Shelby the Hooker. Hence why her panties are showing. It's like a gaff there. And the last two are by Ari. I don't know how to find his Twitter handle. It's just a bunch of numbers after Ari, but I think he's from Lithuania or Slovenia. Really cool style. Not my customary, but what I would look for. But I've seen some of his DC work he did. Not actually for DC Comics, but DC characters. And I'm like, hey, man, I want to see what you can do with Meth Gator. And he really brought it to life. He did the pinup, as you see here, of Shelby. For whatever reason, it wouldn't let me upload that picture. But these are the posters you can get to help support my attempt at making a comic. Help fund me. Grassroots movement over here. Anyway, let me address the chat. Got 16 of y'all in here. Hopefully, you leave some likes. And we're going to be reacting to this little teaser from Chucky Dixon over at the Rippaverse. So it looks like he's really planted his flag down in Texas. Let's see how you lovely people are doing. And hopefully you got some horses in the chat. Horseman transports me to 2nd grade when they'd ask us idiot kids to come up with a superhero with a crayon. Our little brains only could hold simple concepts like putting an animal head on Batman. He also says in 3rd grade, I plagiarized the entire story of Army of Darkness, inserted a turtle as a protagonist, and won 1st place in the contest. I'm glad Eric is finally developing as a human being. Michael with horses in the chat. Hell yeah. Enrique Cabrera. Thank you for being a member. All I want to say is that if Horseman turns out good, it'll be evidence Rippa is a moron who has no idea about shit, and everyone else is better off doing their own thing. Boom Her says they ripped off another comic. As I look at this, I cannot help but see a man running around in undies and a plastic horse mask. Yeah, I really hope he gets a sidekick, and we'll call him Brony. Whatever his actual, I hope he does kid sidekick to Horseman, who's also horse themed, and we'll call him Brony. More memes will ensue. We'll look at John Delrose had a comment about Horseman and us detractors laughing at it, calling it lame. Sigma Centurion, he's been freaking hot on Twitter lately, going after the Rippetards. It's that old war campaign energy. I love it, man. Just think war campaign was what it was in like 2018, 2019. Just think what it could be today. No one's even had to dildo meme Eric yet. Like, he's just that dumb. You know, it's not us antagonizing him really at all. It's just calling out, pointing, putting a mirror to his retardation, his ripatardation. Backy here with horses in the chat. We got Boom Her, multicultural horses. Interesting. Lemu. Thank you for that. Bad Take Bojan here saying, good evening, friends. We got Hex Allen Comics saying, dirty rat. Backy, Hamster Eric. Yeah, good old Hater. Yeah, Hater is awesome. Ink Cowboy looks better. Giddy up, everybody, says Coleslaw. Nay. Can't wait for Horseman and Cowgirl. I love that. Wow, hold on really quick. Oh, wow. Oh, that's good stuff there, Michael. I just had to pull down my Cowgirl. Even though I'm an Eagles fan, I do know who the greatest cheerleaders are, the Dallas Cowgirls. I know they're the Cowboy cheerleaders, but I like to call them cowgirls, being a Philly fan. Uh-oh, what happened to my... Do y'all hear me? All right. I need to get a new headphone set. The wire's getting funky on this one. Detractor versus chicken, says Pike Bishop. Tim's Talk mod in the chat says furry lives matter. But you spelled it wrong. You spelled fury. It's 2 R's. That's for future, so you don't look silly to people that aren't your friend. Sigmoid Freund says Horseman just makes me think of Red Letter Media's Team and T parody, Horse Ninja. I'm not aware of that. I love Red Letter, so I'm gonna look into that. Horseman's nemesis is the fly, the horse fly. That'd be great. All right, let's look at the silliness. Jesus Christ, they think they're so cool, man. I'll be watching, reacting to some MegaCon coverage Geeks and Gamers did over at Katie's. I was trying to listen to it at work. I work in a factory, so it's already like risky to use a headphone just because you don't get busted. Also, you want to actually hear shit. So got one in my ear. Couldn't hear shit on their video. So we'll have to leave a comment regarding that. Fury of the Fury, says Pike. All right, Rippaverse presents. So if you're unaware, if you've only seen pictures, this is the little stinger MegaCon teaser for what's coming this summer. Which is funny. I don't know if y'all thought of this, but it's like, wait. Where's Isom 3? Regardless of the real Isom, the Ministry of Good Shepherds, we know we're going to get at least one more Isom before things change. Maybe he's holding that for like fall, for the end of the year. What I want to say, he's campaigned Isom the back part of the year each time. We'll see. I'm really hoping. I really want to finish this retarded story. All right, let's look at Rippaverse presents Horseman. Oh my god, stupid mouse.
Joe Bennett had this idea, and he presented it to me, and he said, what the Rippaverse really needs is a street-level crime-fighting character, a guy without any superpowers, self-made man. And so Joe and I...
Well, it's like, first off, what the hell is Gading? Is he actually going to be an android, a robot, like when I read him, just for fun? You know, it's like, I'm just wondering now, what the hell is Gading? Because it felt like he's their, like, gay... lame Batman. I felt like he was the normal guy with smart brain and tech. And I guess given that the X-Ups are like an X-Men kind of thing, at least that's the way it seems thus far. Them being freaks and whatnot. The sentiment in the Rippaverse, it maybe Gading is actually going to be an X-Up like Forge in the X-Men, the the mutant equivalent to Tony Stark. Actually better, but I don't know. It's just interesting. Also, notice the music in the background.
I together created the Horseman, and we presented the idea to Eric, and thank God he liked it. So we're creating a one-shot presenting.
Wait. Look at this face.
And thank God he liked it. So
I see him laugh. Yes, he knows it's stupid. He knows. Like, oh my god, he fell for it. Damn, this guy, he sucks my dick off so much. He'll just like let me make anything. Oh, Chuck and Joe are just like, boom, air fiving across the Western Hemisphere at the easy payday they're getting thanks to Rippa. I wonder, at least, okay, I'll say this. At least Eric has made a smart first issue, because he's really undercut himself in the sense that Alpha Core #1 doesn't have collector appeal because Alpha Core first appear in Isom 1. Also, Yaira #1 is hurting with collectors off the get-go. I'm not a collector. Like, I buy shit to read it, and I'll keep it if I like reading it. I don't collect comics. I have one CGC. And it's because it's like the only version I could find on eBay of Jenny Fryson's Vraska for Magic. But Yeah, I know collectors, like, they want, the first appearance, all the speculation, and then the variants, the number count, all that matters as well. But at least Horseman has not appeared thus far, unless it turns out Lincoln Eusebio from Projexis is the Horseman. Food for thought. I thought this is funny.
We're creating a one-shot presenting the Horseman, just super action, the way only Joe Bennett can deliver it. And it's going to be a lot of fun, I promise.
Horseman! I do love this. He literally made a furry Batman. You can argue Batman's a furry, given he's a bat character, but the man is very clear. Like, the bat effects are very much fragmentary to the man behind the mask versus like Horseman, and he's wearing a horse mask. It just makes you think of like weirdo furries, like people are tweeting on Twitter, like myself, of horse con people, furries. This summer, Horseman. Oh my god, this is great. All right, for whatever reason, they just keep the shit playing. They don't have any page, any sketch work, any concept art to be like, Horseman! Look at the exciting Horseman and his gadgets. And this is another thing, too. Talking about the Horseman. This just undercuts Isom so much. At least this guy has some iconography already, even if it's like apparently kind of Batman character ripoffs, like we'll look at shortly. I think Sigma Centurion has showcased some of this. Oh, I know what I was saying. Okay, in Isom 2, you may have heard me in the EVS review. Isom, even though his dialogue is retarded, his narration, it's like, okay, it's kind of cool to get in his head a little bit. We're getting a little character. You see what he's thinking. And he's bemoaning that he mentions, kind of alluding to a bigger world, that, oh, all these people got cool cars and gadgets, and I'm out here in the middle of nowhere in a truck. But a good truck is a good truck. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. Like, it's poorly written, but that's fine. And then I thought, wait. Actually, what a wasted opportunity. What a dumbass. He could have, showcased the Horseman driving in his horsemobile with, I don't know, cool jet fire from the back of it, like the Batmobile, make his own Batman for this world with a Horseman. And it's kind of Texas thing. Again, this is another thing. That's why I said pay attention to the music. It's like, wow, they're really going with this like country thing. So is he supposed to be like a rancher like Isom? I'm assuming this is another Floor Spark related character. And it's just like, are we ever going to get out of Texas? Are we going to get out of Floor Spark? Expand, because I feel like Alpha Core should be, I want to say they mentioned Floor Spark on the back, but I feel like, Texas as its own nation funding the Alpha Core helicarrier turtle shell in the sky. Just think how many billions that budget is just to run those people in that shop and the equipment. Like, why is there a helicarrier for these people? 2 of them fly. Ingrid's a new character to the trio. So, like, I mean, I don't know. They never showcase like, oh god, we're crashing. All right, evac the ship. Get all the personnel into planes and choppers or whatever, Quinjets. Oh my god. All right, let me look at the chat. What are we thinking? He should have called it Nightwing. Oh, like a night piece from the chess. What their first really needs is a Batman. Exactly. When I heard this music in the video, I imagined Eric doing his cowboy dance. Oh, that's good. I like it. Having fun with Robco guy. Sigmoid Freund says, check out Rather Me's best, the worst number 7. All right, I'm going to type that in so I have it on my Windows for the future. Might watch it tomorrow. Might have a lot of downtime tomorrow because I'm prescribed to sign up for tomorrow at work. Theoretically, I could have like 6 hours not doing work. Best of the worst. 7. Awesome. Oh, this is 9 years old. Yes, I definitely haven't seen this one. I've only been following for a couple years. The only old stuff I've watched is Mr. Plinkett's reviews. Big Star Wars guy. Watch Horseman become the best Rippaverse comic. Well, yeah, again, just speculation. This could, rival Isom 1 or 2. I think Gyro will have a little upswing, but well, I don't know. The Saska sisters really might hurt them with, the leakage, literally leakage we've discovered with these people. Someone said this character is supposed to be the Punisher of the Rippaverse. Well, I mean, he's got like a Daredevil and Batman kind of thing going on. Horseman, a story about a man who gets banged by a radioactive horse. Yeah, I'll show that. Dick Masterson had a funny AI art thing. This song slaps, yo. Yeah, you think you'd get like some cowboy rap, like Lil Nas, or I don't know, there's actual country rap crap. That's retarded. Those don't go together. Horseman sounds like how Otis from Back at the Barnyard TV show, where Otis becomes cowman in the backyard of the Barnyard TV show, is just as unhinged as Eric's comics. Oh yeah, I mean Barnyard the show is way much a downgrade compared to the movie, but it's still pleasant. I don't remember seeing that. It's funny. If you know that reference, and are probably gagging alongside me. Back at the Barnyard. Let me make sure I'm not mistaking you. Back at the Barnyard. Cow man. The Utter Avenger. A funny detail about the cattle in Barnyard is they all have udders. Men cows do not have udders. They are called bulls or steers. But I get it. Everyone just, meme. Oh, it's a cow. And it's a daddy cow. It's a mommy cow. It's fine. It's for dumb kids. Bradford Footman. Horseman is the superhero for Brony. Hell, Angus and Chad. What's up, Sketchbook? Peter D says Horseman must be one of the all-time worst comic names. Yeah, you think they'd have more of like a cool... EVS pointed out he thought this was going to be like the Horseman, like the Four Horsemen. Yeah, it's bold. It makes you think of like Ghost Rider or something. And he's like, oh God, it's Horseman. It's a guy in a gimp mask. Yeah, hey, Sketchbook. So really quick, I'm not gonna do a video or anything, but you see my video, last video I did. That Star Wars girl tried to derail my the hype that EVS helped him build through my super chat, looking at my poster campaign. Really like the main poster, the Isom piece, the red background. And then Anna, throws her stupid chat in there being a mod saying like, oh, Bug Angus is a snake. He's a bad man. He blocked me. And then I make my video. And so I tag her. And I think I had like a winky face or something like, it's not right to have you blocked, so I'm talking about you. Showing a little good faith, as people in the Rippaverse, are wont to do, of course. And I just haven't been going through old tweets, whatever. Here's the thing you should know. I don't know how accurate this, but I live by this. And also it can help you prevent people deep diving you to try to like gay op you with no context, or report you for shit that like terms of service may have changed, so this counts as an infraction. So it's really smart for multiple reasons to clean your Twitter often. So if you notice, I've never hid this. I've told like Vinny Tartamella on stream, like, yeah, it's good to like delete old tweets after a while. Go through every once in a while and like clean your tweets. Keep doing that. Just keep your number low. That way people like scroll through your shit. You see like the highlights that you want them to see. Maybe you had old tweets that just didn't take off. You can repost them, bigger audience. Or again, those warnings I gave about people trying to like gay up you with reports or to misconstrue past things. So I was going through and I saw one that I had only replied to her, I guess. And I saw like, oh, it's John De La Rose. But then there's her. I'm like, what? And I click and it's like, oh, blocked. Wow. What a dumb bitch. I'm going to cry about me blocking you 4 years ago and keeping you blocked because I just didn't like you. And then I unblock you all this time later when it's been, a fucking thorn in your side. And then you block me. What a bitch. How about you actually engage? You started this shit. Jesus Christ. I don't know how anyone follows stupid bitches like that. I get it, I guess, if you're a simp. Like, she's a pretty girl, but she's getting married and it's advertised. It's not even like Amaranth where there's like the illusion of like, I could get her. I could tip her enough. We could meet. It's not there. I just thought that was funny. We're going to start looking at some Twitter, though. All right, let me make sure I save your best of the worst to my watch later. Before you do, save, watch there. All right, get rid of that tab. Let's start examining. So we got a anti-detractor. We got a Ripitard we're going to look at. I liked his post, actually. We're going to look at this. Firstly, all right, so Rippaverse goalposts. New goalposts! Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett's upcoming Horseman Rippaverse book is a Batman ripoff. Clown face laughing. The Nerdway says this is a complete Batman ripoff, and I guess this is a variant 90s Batman costume, which, if so, this looks like art looks late 80s or early 90s, mid 90s maybe. I mean, it could spill into the 80s. I don't know, or late 90s, but it looks like there's like a maybe 20-year window this art would have come out. Let's more closely examine this. See what you guys think. I mean, I can't tell if it's supposed to be Black Panther or if this is a Batman character. It says Batman ripoff, so I'm just going to go good faith. Assume Nerdway knows his stuff. Honestly, Horseman, with the image we got, looks more like a pig. Like the snout and then like kind of Batman ears. Looks kind of piggish. I mean, and he's got like this little mohawk thing in the center. Honestly, I would go with like a Batwoman or Batgirl kind of design. I'd make him a long hair, have his hair out from underneath his mask, or have it, some sort of like Captain Marvel thing, maybe. They got her hair and like a faux hawk through her mask. I would, instead of like putting a fake strip mane on top, either have like like Leonidas' helmet, like the leaders of most Greco-Roman military, is usually leaders of some rank, would have the actual like horsehair plume either across or forward and back, way to distinguish the ranks. That'd be cool. Or again, you could do like the Batgirl or Batwoman idea of the hair out of the thing, or the hair's part of the mask. It's like a wig under there, glued in, whatever. I don't know. Just aesthetically, that just adds. This guy doesn't have a cape. You could use the hair to add, more dramatic drawings like Batman or Spawn with the cape, or Ghost Rider with his chains. I just thought that was interesting. Let me remove this. We'll get some more. Horseman. That's something a third grader would come up with. Hey, thank you, Boom Her, saying throw me a like. Yeah, let me scroll up Geek Bro because someone mention this. Rob Go Guy, first in the chat, said Horseman transports me to second grade when they ask us idiot kids come up with a superhero with a crayon. Our little brains only hold simple concepts like putting an animal head on Batman. In third grade, I plagiarized the entire story of Army of Darkness, started a turtle as a protagonist. Yeah. So as you see, this already resonated with what you're saying, Geek Bro. So that's hilarious. Let me pull up this next thing. It's funny when, oh, wait, sorry, I did not I did not complete that. Let me just make sure you see this. Notorious CM says, sorry, bro. I normally dunk on the detractors. Whoa. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm not a detractor. I'm not a detractor.
I'm not a detractor.
Don't shoot, Eric!
He said the word. Said, sorry, bro. I normally dunk on the detractors, but this comic is a ripoff and looks stupid. What superhero wants to be called Horseman? Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's look at the next thing. This one's pretty good. This is a good joke. And I don't think Eric or even Chuck have like this ability, but this is a good joke. Again, this is why being on the detractor side is clearly the right side. Jalda says, villain hits brick wall. Now that's what I call a Clydesdale. Eric July's Horseman. I'm the mayor of this city. Oh, that's a good detail I didn't see the first time. That's hilarious. Oh my God. That's good. Oh, that's good. That's Jalda on Twitter, if you're interested. Come on. There we go. Let's look at the next one. We got this is not a Horseman related post, but this is funny. So Vincenzo C says, Comicsgate, the left leg. And this is the I think the original Yaira poster you can get with Isom 1. Wow, I think Rookie has this. So I'll ask him to confirm, but wow. Look at that. I mean, maybe they're intending like a perspective, like the left leg is closer. She's got her hips tilted left toward the camera more. But I mean, it's a straight shot though. Like her shoulders are tilted, but they're not canted one way. And her hips seem straight. So that is just bad art, bad proportions. So we're just every day we find new developments in the Rippaverse with the subpar art. Let me find the next thing. And this is good with Clippaverse. They're back at it. They're back streaming. Don't forget to go support the Clippaverse. Let me reshare this. Here we go. It's from Crimsale.
Here we go. This is the first thing I thought of when I saw Horseman and his gimp mask. Now, we were all wondering, why did Alex Stein just cave and apologize to Eric July? And it's clear the Rippaverse is planning ahead. And it's clear that Alex Stein wants to play Horseman in the inevitable film. He already has experience wearing a gay gimp mask.
There it is, chat.
So making fun of Eric July was like, hey, man, you were a shoo-in for the live-action Horseman.
You're right.
Alex Stein was like,
you sold out. Alex Stein, you sold out. You sold out for a job.
Sold out. Alex Stein wants to be Horseman, and he simped for Eric July so he could be Horseman in the upcoming Horseman film based off the Rippaverse one-shot comic written by Chuck Dixon, who only ever made one good thing, which was Bane, who was only ever good when he acted with me. There you go. That's my conspiracy. Here we go.
Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. All right, let me check in. It's the next thing. It's the next thing I saw. Saw that. This is Dick Masterson getting in on the fun. Let's add this. Dick Masterson says, mildly retarded warehouse rancher Clyde Dale was kicked in the head by a radioactive horse and became Horseman. And he's got a utility belt full of glue sticks. It was from the Glue Warehouse. It's got horse birds in the sky. It's very horsey. I like it. I wonder if Chuck was like, My Little Pony has been a big thing. Sure. We need to get the young readers in. You might actually, hoodwink some bronies, especially if you go to multiple cons. You might hoodwink some of these people before you realize you're alt-right. I don't really think or classify anyone alt-right, but it's just reality. And people dig into Chuck Dixon, they're going to catalog him as such, unfortunately. Let's see. EVS. I think he's next. No, but we do have Richard as well. We share this. So Ethan Van Skyver says, Horseman, though. At first I was like, Horseman, like of the apocalypse. But then I was like, wait, bro has a horse head mask. He's actually Horseman, like Batman, but a horse. Does he have a saddle? Does he want villains to ride? Oh my God, I love EVS. He's not holding back anymore. He's not playing with kid gloves. Oh, it's so refreshing. All right, last one I'm going to show you of some commentary regarding the Horseman. All right, this is Richard Embry of Blood and Sword. Blood and Sword, I think is the name. He says, the pitch, July, ready to do the Alpha Core promo? Dixon, you wouldn't happen to have some cough drops. My throat is a little hoarse, man. July, did you say Horseman? That's brilliant. Let me get my checkbook. 3 months later and 2 weeks ago. Horseman. Man, this is just a bad title. Regardless if this is like a total Batman knockoff or Daredevil, hodgepodge. Horseman, it's like they literally have no creativity. And yeah, making the name's hard, but like I'm sure you could find some interesting words or titles associated with certain breeds of horse, or I've heard Tony came up with Nightmare. Mare's a play on, it's female horse. I don't know. It's just a lot you could play with, but I'm just loving the fun I'm seeing with the Horseman. All right, let me follow up on this chat. This won't break 1 million. Terrible name, says TJ Rex. I don't know. Again, first appearance for a mega corporation, the Rippaverse. Already a haven of $7 million earned, not crowdfunding on their pre-orders, and Eric still has no money. Segment Centurion, this isn't a mane, it is a horn. He is a unicorn. No, it's like a strip. It's like a strip. It's like that on top of his head. Ghost with the most says, might as well be Boar Man. Geek Bro, Night Stallion. That's a nice one. Just pulled that name out of my ass in less than 5 minutes. You're welcome, Chuck. Well, I mean, they already paid for the logo, so they're stuck with it. Also, that's another thing. We'll look back at it in a minute, but I really hate how, I appreciate consistency, I guess, but I really hate how they showcase their comics all the time. They always do this stupid sideways canting, and like, if you're trying to showcase, like, that could be a picture you show like the dimensions and rough size from like the printer layout or whatever, of like, hey, it's like a trade paperback style bounding. Here's like how the titles look on the side. It looks like it's page turning. It gives people an idea. But this is like their promo art. This is like how they're showcasing. Like, no, you just need a straight perspective, Eric, you retard. And that just really annoys me. Boomer says those tips are not tipped enough to account for that. Oh, hips. Yeah, exactly. Horseman, Bojack's back. You want Laceman, says Tim. Wait. You want Laceman? Is that like are you making a gay joke on yourself, Tim? Or what is Laceman's powers? Tell me that. We'll build off of that. Let me know in the chat. TJ Rex. Rippaverse is what comics are like without editors. I would say without adults. So we got Renown Zero. I got Bubble Gut from swallowing in the warehouse. Thank you. $2 going to the Meth Gator coffer. Slowly building my meth kingdom. All you become members. Super chat. You are honorary Methodists in my congregation. It's funny because I was trying to figure out like a fun name, like Polito. He's got the Death Sworn, Stanley's got True Believers. I do like alliteration, and so Bovine Battalion. So I'm calling my members, but generally speaking, for Meth Gator, what am I calling people? So I looked up, like, what do you call a group of gators? You got a murder of crows, you got a flock of seagulls. What do gators got? And it's congregation, legitimately. And then, Methodists. How did I not see that obvious, joke for followers of Meth Gator? Methodists. It's so dumb, dad joke, obvious. I love it. But let me get you a little stinger here, Renown, for your troubles.
And we will rock you.
Appreciate it. And by the way, just in case, because I don't know if I'll actually last this last half hour. Maybe if Richard comes in, I don't know if he will or not, though, but he does have the link. I will be over at 9 p.m. today after this on Katydid's channel. Let me put the link in there so you can be ready, have another tab open, or hop over there real quick and, hit the sub button if you haven't already on Katydid's channel. Katydid's channel. Literally, that is the name of it. It's pretty smart. God, she's just growing up a storm covering this Ripitard stuff. It's great. Love it. It's very on the pulse, finger on the pulse. Here you go. That's where I'll be shortly. So get ready. Peter D says, there's another comic called Horseman from 1996. Another lawsuit incorporated. So I was telling Sigma Centurion, who's in the chat here, I don't know if it'll be a copy or anything, because I have a character. It'd be like a spin-off that'll tie back into Meth Gator. That character's appearance will be a little tiny Easter egg that you'll retroactively know about. You're not going to know about till this other idea I got comes to fruition. But the name I'm going with, there's 2 characters called this. And if you figure it out, if you piece it out from the details I'm going to give you, because I'm not going to tell you, but if you're a comic person, you want to deep dive, keep it in your back pocket. Don't tell people. Wants to be real surprised. I don't know when I can make it. I'm trying to make Meth Gator first. But Transformers and Spider-Man have a character named this. And so I'm assuming, just like Thor as a character, there's certain things, like me making Meth Gator, people instantly started sending me the sci-fi movie that's coming out, Meth Gator, from I think Sci-Fi Channel. I was like, oh no. It's like, well, already I have common law copyright from having the Indiegogo campaign years ago for the same posters. That's why I'm charging the same price. May seem a little steep, but I don't want to shaft those original backers. But it's from a news article, just like Cocaine Bear. So I'm pretty sure Cocaine Bear being like a news thing, you can't necessarily copyright that. From when I was talking to a copyright lawyer, and something like Thor, you have to copyright it as or at least to fully distinguish it, trademark it properly, you have to distinguish it as like brands Thor, you know, because it's like it's public domain. So I mean, maybe the first person that trademarks a Thor character adaptation, maybe they have the first claim to trademark Thor, but Thor's not off the table for everyone else. So it's like sticky situation. So I know there's like a Batman or Green Arrow character. Someone pointed out Horseman. I think Eric's fine. I just hope he actually trademarked it as the Rippaverse's Horseman, just to like cover his ass. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's not like I'm not gonna laugh and have a good time watching with all y'all if Eric was not smart enough to put his rock star lawyers on the case for preventative measures. We know how well he researches his trademarks. Sigma Centurion in the house says Horseman versus Mr. Hands. Blank Man is looking like a Lamborghini right now. Blank Man. I don't know if I know that. Blank Man. Okay, so that is Damon Wayans. Okay, I've never seen it, but I know the imagery. But I instantly went to Handyman. It's because it's the same actor. If you ever watch, what is that show? In Living Color, he's got a recurring character called Handyman, where he's a handicapped superhero. It's pretty funny. Elmer's glue is his kryptonite. Sketchbook 34 says, I bet it's a name based on some old timey thing that Dickman remembers better than yesterday. Have you seen the ad for the book? Wasn't Isom the street level here? Oh, that's another thing. But Isom is an X-Step, so he's got some sort of, he's like a Luke Cage, Captain America kind of powered guy. So this is supposed to be like the Batman. And again, like I said, really missed opportunity for to not have that Easter egg of like a cool car zipping by Isom's truck. I'm like, damn it, man, I'm in this goofy truck, this 3D rendered truck going to a tiny castle, but this guy's got cool tech. Where do I get my cool car like that? Renowned Zero says, I'm a Horseman for life, even though I just found out I'm supposed to like it yesterday. I love the devotion, Renowned. My sketchbook 340. So for all the books are street level, no big baddies have shown up yet. Well, that's what's confusing. All right, let me. I don't have it to show. I'll send it to myself to show you really quick. Just gotta go my screenshot. So bear with me, because I've discussed this before. It's very interesting. All right. Let me present. This is confusing for all of us detractors watching closely. Okay, yeah. All right, so this is the Soska sisters. I think this is from like the 1st of January, somewhere around there. They say the snow is falling in Vancouver, which can only mean that Yaira Winter's on its way. After watching her leave our hero Isom for dead and mixing it up with the Alpha Core, we will finally be catching up with the Rippaverse's most anxiously anticipated anti-hero. I'm like, wait, anti-hero? I never got that vibe from the way they've built her up before. Like, ooh, Yaira. And it's like, wait, so she's like the Catwoman of this world? Character-wise, not power, clearly. She's like Ice Captain Marvel thus far. Yeah, she took on the Alpha Core. Took on Superman of Texas and Braxwell. And that's no small feat. A white woman taking on the diverse Alpha Core with the Mexican Brian Solari and the Mexican Germanic Wonder Woman Ingrid Valdez and the black, I think, I say I think because it's very clear in his comic he's black, but we were looking at on Jessica James' channel, we're looking at Isom fan art. He looked like, I guess the promo art initially was like he was Hispanic looking or white, so it's just a little funny. But yeah, so the Soska sisters deem her an anti-hero. So it's just confusing. There's like a, let me find it. I'm sure I can find it. Let me look up Marcos Rippaverse. We're going to get to the bottom of this because this is also confusing. This is like a newer thing that this guy's made. Marcos J. Rios. It's like the only real artist besides, I guess, Joe Bennett that Rip has got. Let me find this. This is okay. Yeah. This right here. We're gonna look at this. This is confusing. So you see that tweet where let me get this out of the way for you, Sketch. It's very confusing. Because if you look at this tweet, it's animation. I don't get the cell. So it says Rippaverse. Yaira helps a civilian. GIF. We're all ready and waiting patient for the upcoming Yaira. In the meantime, here's a little something I've been working on. It's been a while since I've done one of these small scale animated GIFs, so I decided to practice some more with it. I find it slows down the more you rewatch it. Also, I don't know about y'all, but she's clearly holding back. If not, these thugs would be in pieces. LOL. So you see, she defends a civilian, and pow, whammo, ice kick, ice blast, ice fly, ice jump, ice twirl, ice backhand, ice punch. I hope you like that play-by-play. But it's like, oh boy, the hero. Yeah. Oh wait, the anti-hero. Oh no, she was stealing this whole time. Yeah, this is a big problem. It's Rippaverse is confused. I think most people are anticipating, unless they've watched streams and they've delineated this, which is, even if you're a fan, you can't watch every fucking thing if you got your own life and other interests. So I feel like a lot of fans are going to be confused if they show her being like villainous, or if like she's working for Lincoln Eusebio at Projexis doing whatever widgets they make. And it turns out she's like stealing secrets or stealing booty, whatever. Vito's booty. Love that theme. Let me see. Tim Stock says Laceman is a joke from Anchorman 2. When he buys a gift for his ex. Oh, Laceman. Oh my God. Oh man. Rookie, I introduced him to Anchorman. He hates Will Ferrell, but he's like come around. I think because of age, he's like appreciating Will Ferrell humor that he didn't before. He really liked Iron Man, surprising, and he likes Anchorman 2 better than Anchorman 1, which is surprising. So I'm like, I mean, I like Anchorman 2 a lot for its theme of fake news, 24-hour news and stuff, but it's just it's not a greased engine like Anchorman 1. Anchorman 1's perfect. Sketchbook, hatchling or methlings. Okay, I mean those words have been in the hatchling. It's been in my mind because the initial plot, the impetus of Meth Gator is turn thanks to poachers, trying to fence, gators for like shops and restaurants, whatever, to get the next hit. That's what kind of leads this whole thing to kick off. I realized the time period I set the story in. I'm like, wait, what the fucking February? That's winter. Even if it's Georgia and it's like a balmy 60, that's winter. So theoretically, the gators might be, at night, this might lead them to be hibernating until the sun's out. So I was like, oh, fuck. No, gators hatch in like September, I think. So this doesn't add up at all. And it's just like, this is my stickling of myself writing, where it's like, I'm always trying to like correct plot hole potential. This is the value of being a movie guy, not a comic guy. Even though comic people can point out plot holes, it's way more focused if you're a movie focused person. And so luckily it's like it's not that big a deal, but it's just like I have that detail fixed in the story where it's like, oh no, it's not eggs, it's hatchlings. They're about 5 months old. So that's funny. It's funny you mentioned that sketchbook, the name thing. Summer Swan, Winter Raven. Sorry I'm late and was grocery shopping. Howdy, y'all. Howdy, Mrs. Horseman, Summer Swan. We're having fun. And yeah, I if you haven't seen Barbie, I guess I'll explain the thumbnail and the title, me mocking it, is it instantly made me think of Ken, because Ken is kind of like a child, a man-child, who is kind of emancipated from the matriarchy of Barbie world and sees very much well receives the real world because it's clearly male dominated, and he feels like he has a place here. I wonder if Ken will go, if they'll actually make a Ken. I don't think he will, I guess, first off, because Greta Gerwig, everything I praised her for, of like, wow, maybe she's having like a nuanced, actual egalitarian take on what feminism is sold as. No, this was all an accident. All the brilliance of Ken is a total accident. She really hates that he's become like an incel meme, like Patrick Bateman. He's another one under one of our heroes, like all the Ryan Gosling films, Joker, Patrick Bateman, Homelander. And yeah, his seeking of the patriarchy, his study of it, his bringing it back to Barbie world, subverting the government of age-old time, Barbie world in just a day. That raw male energy of Ken. Part of his misunderstanding of patriarchy is he thinks like patriarchy is all about like brewskis and working out and horses. Horses become a very important meme to Ken, tied to masculinity, which I could kind of make sense actually when you think about like a lot of classic hero statues and mythology. You know, Alexander and Bucephalus, for example, all the great generals like Robert E. Lee and his horse. You always have like conquerors on horses. So horse is a war symbol, just aesthetically. That's why Jesus rode in on a donkey. It's a sign of peace. This is not a warring animal. So yeah, there's like a whole history to like horse and masculinity. So yeah, it's just funny. You know, it's like I could totally see Ken making the Horseman comic in Barbie world when he becomes Kinland or whatever. And that'd be a funny dumb meme, but it's like, no. Chuck Dixon is doing it seriously. He's seriously, unfunnily making a Ken comic. And this just is fun for me, the Barbie fan. Baggy says, Renowned Zero, you like HorseCon. Well, just so you know, that is the fake Renowned Zero. It's a troll of Renowned. I wonder, are you blocked on his comments? I've not seen you in his comment threads. Renowned. Geek Bro says Horseman was Eric's Eric's grandfather's aunt's name. We're going to find the grave of the Horseman. Oh, that's great. We got Summertime Swan putting cows and gators in the chat. Hell yeah. Stupor Teano and Ricky Ritardo. Wait, what does this mean? Stupid Teano. Stupid Texan. Interesting. Dick Masterson's version of Braxwell is Mexican. Well, I understand that, but I think I've seen some art that I guess people seeing them in Isom 1. I want to say Isom 1, he looks Mexican and not clearly black. Let me double check. Read comics, that free site I go to read Isom, even though I own it. All right, let's pull this bad boy up. Get out of here, ads. That's one problem with this website. And I'm not showcasing the whole comic. I'm just looking at this one image. So hopefully some, fruits of the Rippaverse don't report me. Otherwise, I'd have to call him the F slur. The one that Eric calls his customers. Alpha Core. All right, here we go. All right, so this is Braxwell. It's unclear if he's black in this image. I mean, he might look a little darker than Brian, but we're actually looking up at him, so there might be some shadow, just like on this helmet. Shadow to the side of Brian's face, side of Ingrid's. Let's scroll down a little bit and see if we see more images to discern. Come on. Got these ads. Where is it? I don't know why it went down so far. So we don't appear to have a clear image of Braxwell. Come on. For some reason, I thought the fight took place after. Yeah, it's actually funny. This goes hand in hand with the EVSM about like no one ever shows their eyes to the camera because they're all in shanks. They're all 3D rendered. But yeah, we don't see clearly Braxwell's face at all to discern the one little window of character if he's black or not. So yeah, there's been fan art done of him as like a Mexican or white guy. Is the fan club called the Meth Lab? No, I feel like the Meth Lab or the Meth Layer would be like, Meth HQ. I like your creativity though, Sketchbook. Let me see. Is there anything else? Yeah, again, do you see the problem with the Yaira thing that they're selling her as an anti-hero, so it's confusing? I just thought that's funny. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I want to cover, really. We're going to be digging into the Geeks and Gamers coverage, filming of the panels or whatever. I haven't watched any. I tried to, but I could barely hear it. Definitely bad recording. Sketchbook with what you're doing, like definitely just keep like scramming your brain because like funny like end things, like it's cringe with Rippaverse. You're like, oh, the hamsters are ready for the website, and they try to make it like a meme, and it's like you just look gay. It's like this is supposed to be like some rock and roll Rippaverse. We're taking on Marvel and DC by ourselves. I pulled myself from my bootstraps, all my super chats to make this comic company. I haven't paid myself. I'm in it. That initial energy of Rippaverse was like, this is a tough guy shit. Cool. He had like this real like punch him in the mouth energy. And now, just a couple years into this, it's like it feels so cringe. Like this, like it feels like if SpongeBob tried to pretend he was cool for going to Weenie Hut Junior. Only the cool kids hang out at Weenie Hut Junior. That's what the energy at Rippaverse feels like. These people are so snarky. I think they're really cool. And none of their fans can like joke. None of them can just kind of laugh. And I was like, yeah, that was an issue. That was a silly thing we did writing. Whoops a daisy. I'll get better writing. That was definitely silly. They can never say it. It's always serious because they can't take jokes on themselves. It's a bad sign for a creative. You'd be like me. Someone tries to mock me, calls me Broke Black Angus Mountain Reviews. And I make that my name. So I'm like, that's actually just a funny Brokeback Mountain joke. I appreciate it. Not offended at all. Someone memed my head as a penis, which is like, well, that's creative. To hate me, you're really putting a lot of effort into me, I guess. So thanks. I mean, I am bald, so I guess I'm asking for it. Appreciate the creativity. Let me put the link in the chat one more time so I can get ready to hang out with me and Katie on her channel. Boom. There you go. It's Katie's channel again. Will there be 5, 10, 20 membership fees like the Mac Club? No. The only memberships are over here. And that's to just supporting. 99-cent tier is just kind of like, hey, you have your name more highlighted. Thanks. There's really no perk besides, if there's a lot of people in chat, members going to get priority. I guess if it's too overwhelming for me to cover all of y'all, barring super chats, I guess. But then we got the $10 tier. We got the $1 tier and the $10 tier. The $10 tier, I guess I'll highlight again. The more $10 memberships I get, the more I can offer for raffles every month. I can't say that in the description though, but This is the newest thing I grabbed. Got it on clearance in my local store, but this is Corksicle. Yeah, Corksicle brand. So this stuff's like $50. This is a what do you call it? It's a sport canteen. It's metal. It's Iron Man style. It's got a cool, like, the Iron Man accent. I don't know if it's got a straw or not. Let me check. But yeah, this is like, okay. So it's got just a straw tip, but it's not like a squishy. It's hard plastic, so you're not going to like chew it up. I'm an oral fixator, if you haven't noticed me dipping all the time. So straws, especially like squishy straws in a canteen, I can't have that. I'll chew it up. So like, depending how the closing mechanism is, I'll just throw it away to not look like a child chewing up their binky. But this is one thing. I'm trying to get things at around $50 as raffle items. So pretty much every 5 members I get at the $10 tier, you're in for a raffle every month. So every 5, there'll be 2 raffles per month. I'll probably do 2 this first introductory month and be kind of your pick of what I got to give away. I got a couple figures here. 12-inch. This is Shock T. This is actually worth about $70, but this is Shock T, never opened. Revenge of the Sith. We got Dark Phoenix, 12-inch figure, Marvel Legends. This is from the, I want to say around 2010 or before. I'm not sure the date on this, but the style and the art, I think that's Greg Land. Yeah, 2007. So. And then I got the 89 Batman Mobile Lego set with Joker. And lastly, I know it's not, now, unfortunately, it's not Horseman. Not that cool yet. But we got the Batman. I think this is 12-inch figure as well. I don't know if you can really play with him. He's more just like a toy statue, but it's cool. The Batman's awesome movie. So those are the initial giveaway items I got for raffles for the $10 members. So consider you got till the 29th. That's the last day of the month, but it's also the last Thursday. So think about Thursdays. So every last Thursday will be the raffle. So appreciate if you consider becoming a member to join in on that. I'm not really going to make any money off that. I'll actually make more money off the dollar tier since I'm not really giving an actual reward for that tier. It's just, hey, thanks, you're supporting me. I get like 65 cents out of that per member. And you're highlighted, so you stand out a little more. So that's, you are getting a little back, I guess, my recognition if you involve yourself in my chats. Plan to be streaming a lot more impromptu, hanging out with you. I'll probably do a Lego stream Monday or Tuesday morning. Just hang out, chill stream, camera down at the table, playing with Legos, interesting y'all, looking into whatever news of the entertainment, comics. Maybe be a precursor for other people's channels or guest stream. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. Let me address the chat before we get out of here. Sketch says, as head looks like an uncircumcised mushroom tip. Sigma Centurion says, if I saw him were alive, he would be calling Eric the F slur. Oh, now, why you be talking about old Isom knocks like that? Bad Take Bojan says, I want to get the Loki version from Disney Store online. Loki version. What, you talking about Marvel Legends? Let me look that up. Disney Store Loki figure. Ooh, that's pretty cool. It's about $60 on eBay right now. It possibly is cheaper than the Disney Store. I really hate Hasbro. Besides Marvel Legends, like, they make these toys. I don't know if you've seen them, but I mean, I buy toys and I just pose them like in their case or tack them on the wall. I'm aware of myself. I'm not going to play with these toys, so don't open them. Legos are a different story. I'm kind of even keel. I haven't played with my Legos in a while, but Legos they're fun, so it's like make the figure, pose it, or this is more pieces to make cool shit out of your imagination. I like trying to make Star Wars castles, trying to mimic like episode 3. Never have enough pieces to make that platform that falls into the river of lava. Never have enough pieces to mimic the actual Mustafar set, but I might save up enough to get me the finally, 20 years later, finally get the Mustafar set. I always wanted that, even though besides being a cool scene, it's like it's just the platform and you got these little sticks to move the Lego figures to fight them. And it's kind of like one of the dumbest things to get for the plethora of Star Wars Lego sets, like all the ships and stuff. It's kind of a dumb set to get to play with. But it's got all the pieces I want. So, let me see. But yeah, that figure does look pretty cool. Oh, the bottle. Oh, I didn't know they did a Loki. All right, let me look that up. Cork Sickle Loki. Okay, that's very dignified looking. It's very much full. I mean, this one's pretty dignified because it doesn't say Iron Man, but clearly it is. It says Marvel. But yeah, otherwise you have to be in it to know, maybe understand like that patterning right there is like the divot in his helmet. Let me show this. This looks really nice, actually. All right, this is the Corksicle set of Loki canteens and tumblers and a coffee cup to go. Looks nice. Depending what you get, it's about $50. Makes sense. But yeah, these are about $50. I might be able to get a couple of them. I just snagged one to be sure, but I might be able to get some more. I don't know how many people. They've been sitting on the shelf for a couple weeks at like half off at the store I'm at. So let me stop sharing that. Wookie Papa Cotton says, "Hey Bangus, I know you want to show off the figures, but I really love that owl print." Yeah. I'll find the website if you want to get your own copy. I think I only paid like $20. It's like a painting. Sort of like, I'm sure it's like a digital manipulation, but yeah, the owl is awesome because we love Athena. Yeah, I figured I already had this plan of like I found that piece of the Athena statue. I think that Athena statue is at the University of Athens in Greece. There's a couple of statues I like of Athena that are in the world still. One's in the Vatican, looks really nice. I'm not sure if it's a Romanized copy, but of course the one at Athens University, and then there's one in Vienna or Austria somewhere, like this beautiful government building. There's a beautiful Athena statue there, but I can never find like good art or prints of that, so whatever. Corksicle. And we got someone's turning. Eric can't have Legos. They are a choking hazard for infants. Oh, wow. Wowie. Oh, man. We're going to leave it at that. I guess we'll have last 5-second call for super chats. I don't expect them, but I do appreciate them. I do like having money, but it's not needed. Not needed to have a good time with me. But yeah, go to Katie's channel. I'm going to head over there. And see you in like 5 minutes. Appreciate y'all. Yeah. See you at Katie's stream, and we'll be talking about the Horseman and MegaCon goings on that I'm unaware of, because Horseman seems to have like taken over our sector of detracting coverage with MegaCon, Rippaverse, and Eric stuff. But I'm sure there's way more to piece out from these interviews. The Piss twins, the Saskas, satanic lesbian incest Piss twins. Just want you to remember that when you get these like wacko Christian conservative phonies of the Rippaverse getting triggered about whatever wokeness in media, and then they're literally have SJWs infiltrating their fledgling company. Someone says Eric War lifts to promote Horseman. Ah, okay. Interesting. All right. See you at Katie's stream.